Now, finally, we are ready for install our Magento application. For this, let's go to check what we need to do. Yeah, here we have, before to go to download the files, Magento files, we need to create the Magento file system owner, but it is not necessary for me because I have created my Magento user here, so it is not necessary for me. Okay, let's check the next thing. But what I need to do about my Magento user, I need to include in the server group, web server group. So let me move to this. For this, I need to find which group is for the web server. This is Apache. Remember, I have installed Apache as a web server, so I need to add my Magento user to the Apache group. Okay. Now let's check. Okay, Magento user is in the Apache group also. Let's restart the service. Okay. This will be as a sudo user. And now I'm going to the web directory. Okay. And I'm going to create a directory that contains my Magento files. Okay. Now I'm going to change I'm going to change the user and the group. But okay, here we have, and now I'm going to move to this new directory. Okay, and I can download the Magento files from the website. And then when I download, I can move to the downloaded file to this directory. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Here we are. Full release with zip with no sample data, but I want the sample data. Full release. Here. Full release with sample data, check the version 2.3.3. I can select here like this, then I write down what you must write to your login credentials, your email and your password. But if you write here your right credentials, you your download start immediately. But first, let me check if I can't download the file using get, because this URL, I got this URL in before it's downloading. Yes, okay. Let me see. No, I have a problem. Maybe this is restricted by a user session. Okay, let me download from here. So begin and download. And save file. Look, I am downloading the community edition of now. It is called Magento open source. So I'm going to open another terminal. Here. No, I don't want the window new tab. It's cd download. Oh yes. Let me remove this file. Now let me go to my home directory. Okay, let's wait until this downloading finished. Let's go to check. Okay. Let me prepare the command. That's the file name. I want to copy here in my directory. Meanwhile, the download is finished. You can see here in the Magento website that you have two editions of Magento open source and Magento e-commerce. Open source is free download. Magento e-commerce you must pay for this version. And let me check where all the things. Okay, here you can download a compressed file. You can download like integrator or packager, and also you can clone a Magento repository. In this, remember, we need TLS prerequisite, and for this it is not necessary, right? Okay, 20 seconds. Okay, finished. Let me change to the terminal. Here is the full file, and now let me change. Make a copy. Yes. Here we have the file. look, the owner and the group, right? The owner and the group Apache. Okay, now let's unzip. Let me see the URL. And by the way, remember, if you don't have a Magento account, you can create a new account here. Okay, let's go to check. Yeah, now let's remove this. Look, the user is Magento and the group is Magento. Let me copy the name. Fine. So now let's go to change file permissions. Okay. Again. Now let's go to change directory permissions. Look the F here in the first command and look the D letter in the second command. And now let's go to change the group. Look what is the actual group. Magento group is the actual. Now let's change. Let's verify. And now look the change. User of the owner, Magento, the group, Magento. Now the owner is Magento and the new group is Apache. And now let's change the execution grants or permissions for this file. Okay, user plus X. Here we have user. This is the user. X means the execution. Okay, now this is all we need for start the installation. Okay, now the last thing that we need to do about permission is SE Linux permissions. We need to change this because I want to avoid the blank page when you try to open the setup installation or even the home or the index page. And this is the other command that we need to execute. Okay, so now we can start with the installation.